Okay, so last time that I created a tutorial, I was talking about connecting your drum module. In this case, I'm using the Roland TD11 to your computer, and from your computer going into your sound card, and from your sound card to your camera, to your GoPro or any camera that has a microphone input. So let's start with the connections again, since last time I had a GoPro that does not have a backpack where you can see what you're shooting, so it's kind of hard to focus on the right things. So I think this is a little better. So this is the module itself. As you can see, it's a very simple module. You have a power button, have a menu button that allows you to get into the different instruments. You can edit the tempo using these buttons right here. So whatever is listed here is going to be activated by these buttons right here. So when you get into the menu, you can use the dial wheel to scroll up or down to the different parameters that you can change. You have a metronome. You can record your session. You can have a coach that is going to tell you how many mistakes you make, and obviously you're going to play along until you get them right. You can play some built-in songs that are really cheesy, in my opinion, but nonetheless they will teach you to keep better tempo and basically become a better drummer. And this is just for the play and stop of the songs. And here you can select from the different drum kits that you have. You can select, I think it's up to 20, and then you start making your own after 21 and 22 and so forth. Here we have the connections on the top of the unit. This is obviously for the power. Never mind, this is the side of the unit. This is the would be the right side. If you're seeing the unit from the top, this would be the right side. So this is the power adapter. This is the headphone connection, which is 1/4 size, and this is your right and your left outputs. So if you had like PA speakers or whatever, you can, or a PA unit, you can connect this to the PA, and the sounds from the drums are going to go into your PA, and then you can control levels and effects on your PA system. The mix in button or input, I mean, it's for your MP3 or any other source of audio that you want to put in so you can play along. So if you have some songs on your MP3 player, you can play them and you can play along with them. The crash trigger is an extra input for another symbol if you have one more than what the original module comes with. The MIDI out, this is one way to get MIDI data out to the computer. If you have a computer that has a sound card that takes this particular 5-pin MIDI output, you can use that. But also this module has a USB that you can use to export that MIDI data straight into a computer's USB port. And I show you later how this is going to be used. This is if you want to put a memory stick, so you can record your performances, or you can also play tracks that you have saved on that memory stick. And that's pretty much what the TD11 does. So I put it back into the connection side. We're going to talk about how to connect from the output, from the headphone output. This is to me the easiest one because it's a set volume that you can control with your volume button instead of two different connections. This is just a stereo. So for this you would need You can use a 1/8 cable from this to your sound card if your sound card accepts a 1/8 cable input, or you can use an adapter such as this, which is 1/8 or 1/4 to 1/8. And one cable like this, which is the one that you connect to your MP3 player if you want to connect it to your car stereo, if your car stereo accepts auxiliary inputs, or any type of portable speaker that has auxiliary inputs. It will take this kind of connection more than likely. So this is a 1/8 to 1/8 male, and of course if you're gonna use this, you might need two of those, and just get them long enough so that you can put your camera where you need your camera to be, so that you can be far away enough to get a good shot. I would say no longer than 6 feet. Other than that, you should be fine with that length. So that's the adapter, that's the cable, and you're gonna need also a splitter, same size, and this, it splits the signal into two. And you're gonna have to have a camera that has a microphone input, such as the GoPro Hero. GoPro Hero has here an 1/8 output for a TV signal, if you have that accessory, a mini USB port, so you can plug into your computer and either capture video or transfer your files, or also it has that microphone input. It'll be under this door. So you open this door, you plug in your splitter into that, and then one end of the splitter is going to be the output coming from your drums if you're going to plug them directly, and the other one is going to be for your headphones, so you can listen to the audio. That way we can use the drums to bring in a song from an MP3 player. The audio is going to come out from the headphones output. Is going to go into this, which is going to bring it into the camera, but it's also going to go out here, which is going to bring it to our headphones. And since your camera is recording the audio that is coming in and recording the video at the same time, you don't have to worry about synchronizing. One of the interfaces that I recommend, if you want to use a sound interface, you want to do a little more editing, so you want to use your computer, you can also connect your computer in between all this. So it's a little more complicated, but not much more. One of the interfaces that I was talking about earlier was the guitar port from Line 6, which, if you can find it, I don't believe they make it anymore, but if you can find it, it's a really decent interface. But if you cannot, you can find the Focusrite interface, and I recommend the Scarlett 2i4 simply because it is a really nice interface that has two inputs for instrument or line inputs. You can control the levels so it doesn't clip, and this light up when you have a right amount of gain. If you have too much gain, it will light up in red, so it starts clipping. That means you got to turn it down so your input is not too hot, and then it distorts. It also has phantom power, which is right here. What that means is that some microphones require a little bit of power, so you activate that so your microphone is powered and it works, otherwise it's not going to work. It also has a MIDI indicator and a USB indicator. These two will light up when the set inputs are being used. You can monitor your music as you're playing it. You can balance your input, and this is the volume for your monitor, this is the volume for your headphones, and then you can select on this little button your different inputs, the 1, 2, and then on the back there's 2 more inputs. So it's 4 total inputs, which makes this a really versatile, really good audio interface. And as you can see here, it's only $150 in Amazon, so it's really affordable. They have cheaper ones, but the 2i2 is only $20 cheaper, so why would you buy this one when you can get all this much more for only $20 more? And the shipping is going to be the same, so might as well get the one that offers more options. As you can see, you can also get packages where you get your monitor and headphones, cables, microphones, microphone stands, and all kinds of little extras, which of course is going to cost you a lot more money, but still very reasonable for what you get with this interface. There's some videos on their website if you are interested in seeing the applications of this card, but that's one you can use to record. So the connections are going to be as follows. From the headphone output of your drum brain, in this case the Roland TD11, to one of the inputs on the sound card, and then from the sound card headphone output or speaker output on the back. To me it's easier to use the headphone output because we already have those cables. Headphone output to the splitter into the camera, into your headphones. And once you do that, you can record using a program such as Reaper, which is the one I'm opening now. It will allow you to add effects to your drums, and also if you connect the USB output of your drums, you're going to be sending MIDI data, which by itself would not produce any sound, but if you have a virtual instrument such as the ones I'm going to show, you would be able to play that MIDI data that you send in from your drums. So once in Reaper, you would go to Insert, Virtual Instrument on New Track, and then it's going to scan all the effects that I have. You go to Instruments, and I'm going to show you a simple one, which is the SI Drum Kit from Cakewalk. This is a $50 piece of software, so it's very affordable. And there is, when you are ready to record, you would start playing and hit record. So you gotta arm the track. You can monitor your sound by setting this to on, and as soon as you're ready to record, you press record and you record. So it'll be like, stop. It's gonna ask me to save it. So save it. It's not gonna play it right now because I'm on the capture card, but that's basically how you would do it. So this is one. If you want to know more about that, just go to cakewalk.com and look for Studio Instruments, which offers the drums you see here, as well as a bass guitar, keyboard, and some strings. Really, really good piece of software. I mentioned Steven Slate Drums. It's also at stevenslakedrums.com. Another really good piece of software. It's a little more complex to use, but it offers you obviously a lot more choices to tailor your sound. And I mentioned Reaper, which is the program that I choose to use because it's very easy to use and really doesn't take a lot of computer resources, and it's not too complicated to learn. There's a lot of tutorials on YouTube on how to use it. So if you have anything in mind that you want to do, I'm sure somebody has posted a tutorial on how to do it in YouTube before me. So thank you for watching and happy recording.